Now is the absolute best time to become an author. It's also the easiest time to become an author. You can write a book so easily now. You can get it self-published and make it available online. You can earn the majority of the profit. You don't even have to put it up on any website out there in the world. You could just sell it from your own website and make money. You don't even have to put it into a printed edition. It could be just an electronic copy of the book and you could sell it that way. And if you're someone who loves to speak, you can speak your book. I mean, there's so many easy ways, but you've got to decide what it is you want to write about. Where is there a need in the marketplace? And you've got to think about, what do you have to share? What do you have of value? And I'm certain you have something. Everyone has their own experiences. Everyone's gone through this life in their own way, and everyone has something to bring to the universe. If the thought had come into my mind to write a book or become an author, right behind, like almost on the heels of that thought of being an author, came the next thought of, who the heck do you think you are? Who would want to read anything that you want to write? And you know nothing about that industry. So obviously I did not allow my paradigms to hold me back. And I want you to realize that you don't need to allow your paradigms to hold you back from experiencing success as well. And so I decided that I would commit myself to helping people not only get the understanding in a very simplistic level so that they have the layman's terms understanding, but to also take them by the hand and walk them through the steps. And so if you had heard, or I had heard in the past, like people saying, okay, so what you need to do in order to produce different results is you have to have faith. You have to understand that whatever it is that you desire is already yours. So you have to believe in what's called the unseen. Well, what does it mean to believe in the unseen? Well, that can be a real challenge. It is a challenge for most people to believe in the unseen. So what does that really involve? It means that you have to conjure up images in your mind to create the emotions in your physical body so that you produce the results that you want. Based on what? An idea? Multiple ideas that you're grabbing out of the ether? Yes. And so for me, coming from this environment where I was poor, raised in an abusive, dysfunctional, poor family, to create a phenomenal life that I'm now blessed to live, I had to do exactly that. I had to believe in the unseen. I had to build the faith. But anytime you're thinking about writing a book, the place where you should start from is, what do you want to write about? What are you personally passionate about? You start writing, right? You create an outline and you just start to write. Thing to keep in mind when you're writing is people love stories. So the more you have stories, the better it's going to go for you and for your readers as well. The other thing to keep in mind is you could be the crappiest writer in the world. You could just be just horrible writer. However, it doesn't matter because there are these wonderful people out there in the world called editors. And you can get an editor to edit your work and have you look fabulous, right? Another idea, and I want to throw this out there in the world, is that if you believe you're a great writer, you can become a great writer. You got to believe it. You got to believe it and believe it and believe it wholeheartedly. Also, great writers are also great readers. So if you're interested in writing books, start reading more because that actually will stimulate you. Another thing that you can do is you can just teach a course and then have that become recorded and transcribed, and that can become content for a book. Another way is to simply speak it. You can record it. You can even do something where there's a software called Dragon where you can record and it writes as you're recording. Here's an example of an author who has actually taken public domain information, books that were written by people that are dead, long gone from this planet, and they're using that for their own benefit to either grow their email list or to make money from selling the book. And so is that something that anyone can do? Absolutely, it's something that anyone can do. But not everybody believes that, not everybody knows it. Okay, so one of the things that I say in my author program is that every single author should be building their own email list. So it's not enough to just do Instagram or to do Facebook. You got to be sending people back to your website. You got to be creating your own email list. So do things like that. If someone pulled the plug on Instagram today, boom, all that following would be gone. If someone pulled the plug on Facebook, I don't think that's going to happen, but You want to have them on your website where you're able to communicate with them as well. I'm not saying don't do Instagram or don't do Facebook. Yes, do Instagram. Yes, do Facebook, but also get your own email list going as well. One of the greatest lessons that I learned as an author was very early in the game. And it was a lesson that went something like this. 95% of an author's responsibility is the marketing. If you really want to get your book out there in the world, you've got to be marketing. And not just a little bit, a whole lot. So what do? Well, you connect to the outcome and you see your book as a big success as you desire it to be. You see it now in advance. You stay connected to that. You stay connected to it every single day, whatever your disciplines are, whether you're writing in your gratitude journal, whether you're reading affirmations, whether you're listening to your Power Life script, whatever you're doing, you're staying connected to that. And then you're out there in the world promoting, following along with the Complete Author Program as I teach on how you can build your following, how you can promote your book, how you can do bestseller campaign, and you can do one every week if you want. I had one client doing one a month until he had sold hundreds of thousands of copies of his book. A book has so many benefits. If you're an entrepreneur, a book will have people recognize you as an expert, regardless of even them reading your book. It's a very beneficial thing. And it can lead to business. It can lead to sales if you do it the right way. And of course, we teach the right way. So if I was going to write a book on the greatest disciplines for success, I would start by thinking, is this something that people would really want? Yes, I believe it is. Is this something that I would love to write? Yes, I believe I would. And then once I'd have that outlined, then I would expand on each of the ideas. And then within a very short period of time, I'd have that book written. Boom, just like that. That's how fast it could happen. It involves common sense. Now, common sense doesn't seem to be that common, but it definitely involves common sense. So if you can apply some common sense to all of this, I'm certain you can come up with something that's rather extraordinary.
To continue to really dive deep into this topic, I have created a free webinar for you. It's called Manifest My Bestseller, Make Money and a Difference with the Power of a Book. I'll show you how you absolutely can create your own bestseller and how you can get it done rather quickly so that you can make a huge difference in the world while improving your own life and business at the same time. So click now and go over to manifestmybestseller.com/webinar for instant access, and I will see you there.